If you're a guy that wants more personalized help with fitness, with nutrition, with mental health, and free coaching and more courses to come, then join the Odyssey, first link in the description. Morning, boys. I woke up at 4 a.m. today, and right now it is 5:21. That's why it's still dark outside, because I'm in Georgia and the sun rises at like 7 a.m. in Georgia. It's like late compared to what I'm used to in Chicago. Anyway, you guys might recognize this location if you've watched my videos from a while back. Like, this is where I used to record most of my videos back last spring. But today's video is going to be about the most effective workout split for muscle growth, at least in my opinion. Okay, so today we'll be covering the three main workout splits. So there's the bro split, there is the upper lower split, and there's a push pull leg split. So very quickly we will go through each one and what each one exactly means. Okay, so a bro split usually means you're training each muscle one time a week. So for example, you'd have like the most typical bro split would be chest day on Monday, back day on Tuesday, leg day on Wednesday or whatever, then like shoulders on Thursday, arms on Friday, and then like abs, whatever, like, you know, just something like that, right? So you have like one day for each specific muscle group. So it's like the benefit of the bro split is that you can focus on one muscle group. You can train it like fucking hard, you know, because like if a lot of the times you're training multiple muscle groups at the same time, then what happens is that like you train chest first before your triceps or your shoulders. Like if you train chest, shoulders on the same day, and then what happens is that like you train chest first, but then your shoulders are tired from all the chest work, so like you can't push as hard for the shoulders. So a big benefit of the bro split is that like you never have to worry about actually like burning out before the workout's over, because you're only training one muscle that day. And the downside of the bro split is that the downside of the bro split is that it's only training each muscle one time a week, which is not the worst thing, but if you want to be like ideal, optimal, then you'd want to train each muscle twice a week. So once a week isn't bad at all. You can make a ton of progress just training one time a week. I know Chris Bumstead is a natural, but like he used a bro split for most of his lifting career, and look where that got him. Like obviously he's on steroids and all that, but like the muscle packed. He made most of his gains on a bro split, because all that really matters is the consistency. If you're more consistent on a bro split than on a push-pull leg split, which we'll get into later, then this video doesn't matter to you. Then just do the one that'll keep you the most consistent. Okay, so just take everything I say with a grain of salt, because just choose one you like the most. I'm just here to tell you which one's the most optimal technically if you had no preference. Okay, so then that is the bro split. Next, we have the upper lower split. The upper lower split is usually a 4-day-a-week plan, but sometimes it can be 6 days a week. But we're gonna talk about the 4-day-a-week, because I don't think the 6-day-a-week plan is suitable for most people watching this video, because I'm assuming most of you guys are beginners or early intermediates. So the upper lower split is a 4-day-a-week plan, and it just is upper lower. So like on upper days, you have, for example, a lot of things. You have like chest, shoulders, back, arms, right? And then obviously on lower day, it's your lower half of the body, so you can do like glutes, quads, hamstrings. Okay, so then you just do that twice a week. So for example, you do like Monday upper, and then Tuesday lower, then Thursday upper, and then Friday lower. You see I put a day in between. There's like Wednesday off, because in general when you're lifting, you want to give each muscle at least 2 days, if not 3 days, in between each training period. So like, for example, if you train chest on Monday, you want to wait at least 48 hours before training chest again, at least until Wednesday. But ideally, you want to wait until Thursday. So you'll notice a big problem with this upper lower split is that you're training a lot of muscles on one day. Because like I said, for upper, you're training chest, shoulders, biceps, triceps, back, you know, that's 5 things. That's a lot, right? So then what you can do to combat this, because like you don't want to really do this, because you can't really train 5 muscle groups hard at the same time. It's kind of difficult, and a lot of the muscles will get exhausted already before you even properly train them. So what was I going to say? There's a specific way to do an upper lower where you can avoid this problem, where you can have like what people do is like a back focused upper day and a chest focused upper day. So it's like on one of the days, you'll still train chest, sure, but it'll mainly be back. You'll do like maybe 2 sets or 3 sets of chest with like a lot of back, a lot of shoulders. Like you'll have like a back and shoulder day, and you'll have a chest and arms day, you know? It's just like, you're not exactly getting rid of the other part, but you're just doing less of it. So it's like you'll have like one day is like 80% back and shoulders, and then 20% chest and arms. And then the other day is 80% chest and arms, 20% back and shoulders. So like you see, it balances out in the end, and that's how you can prevent fatigue and optimize your muscle growth better. And then for legs, for the most part, you can do pretty much the same thing. You can have like a glute focus day and like a thighs, or like you have a glute hamstring focus day and like a quad focus day. It accomplishes the same thing, and it'll help you make better gains in the long run. So honestly, I recommend the upper lower split for people that can't go to the gym that often, because I know it's a very big trend to recommend the full body split like to beginners, but I don't like the full body split because I don't think you can push yourself as hard as you need to on a full body split. Like obviously if you're like not trying to push hard, then like yeah, sure, do a full body split. But the thing is, like, your central nervous system, which is what dictates how tired you feel, that gets exhausted no matter what you train. So if you do a hard set of bench on a full body day, then you gotta do squats the same day, you will not perform as well in the squats even though your legs aren't tired. It's just because your CNS is fucking drained from the bench press. So then I recommend the 4-day-a-week upper lower split for anyone that's like more busy, because then it's only 4 days a week in the gym versus like both the bro split and the push pull legs usually require 5 or 6 days. So like this is like if you want to spend less time in the gym and get like the most bang for your buck, I believe the 4-day-a-week upper lower split is best for you. Then finally we have push pull legs. Everyone talks about push pull legs, right? It's like the most common one you'll hear. Like everyone's like, okay, push pull legs is awesome because of this and that and that. And like on paper, you can see why. Because push pull legs basically solves the problem of both the bro split and the upper lower. What's the problem with the bro split? The problem with the bro split, which is not the biggest problem in the world, but one of the main problems with the bro split is that you're only training each muscle 1 time a week, which, you know, it's not as ideal as it could be with 2 times a week, right? So the push-pull leg split trains each muscle twice a week. So for example, the way push-pull legs works is you have push, pull, legs, rest day in between if you want, then push, pull, legs, another rest day. So like I recommend personally doing the push-pull legs split on an 8-day cycle instead of a 7 day. So like a 7-day cycle would be push, so Monday push, Tuesday pull, Wednesday legs, Thursday push, Friday pull, Saturday legs, and then Sunday rest. What I want you to do, which is not going to be as clean because you're not going to have the same lifting days on the same weekdays, you'll do Monday push, Monday pull, Wednesday legs, Thursday rest, Friday push, I'm confusing myself, Saturday pull, Sunday legs, Monday rest, then the next Tuesday is the next push. You see how like it's offsets by 1 day each time because you're on an 8-day cycle now? That may not be as clean or like as cool, but like the truth is you'll make a lot more gains like this because that 1 extra rest day, having I think it's 3 on 4 instead of 6 on 7, that 1 extra rest day makes a lot of a difference, and it can help you recover from soreness faster, because I do believe that push-pull legs is the most advanced out of all these splits I've talked about so far. So how does it work? So basically push-pull legs basically describes like the movements you're doing besides the legs. Obviously legs is just legs, but push describes pushing muscles. So what are pushing muscles? You have shoulders, you have chest, and you have tricep, okay? Those are all muscles that are made to push. That's the point of the muscle. So then on push days, you would train chest, shoulders, and triceps. What is a pull day? Pull day are pulling muscles, okay? So then you have back, bicep, and also traps, okay? So basically on pull days, you'd be training back, biceps, and traps, okay? And then leg days are just leg days, you know, it's just typical glutes, quads, hamstrings, and calves if you feel so inclined, okay? And another problem you would have had with the push-pull leg split was similar to the upper lower splits, that like even chest, shoulder, triceps, it's only 3 muscles you're training, but like it's kind of hard to train chest and shoulders on the same day, because the truth is like the shoulders, like no one actually knows this, but the shoulders are actually the biggest muscle in your upper body, because everyone assumes that like the biggest muscle in your upper body is your chest or your back. It's not, it's your shoulders. that's one that should be the biggest. So it's kind of hard to train two big muscles in one day. You don't have the same problem with pull, because pull, the only big muscle training on pull day is back. Like there's some traps, but like it's mainly back. But like on push days, the main problem is that you're training chest and shoulders on the same day, which you don't want, because if you train chest and you like bench really hard, it's kind of hard to overhead press after. It's just not the same. You won't be able to push yourself as hard, and then you won't be able to make as many gains. So what you can do, just like we did with the upper lower split, is do a chest focused pull day and a shoulder focused pull. Did I say pull day? A chest focused push day and a shoulder focused push day. So my friend Modest, he does this a lot. So like basically on the Monday, which is a chest focused push day, he'll do like 6-8 sets of chest, but he'll only do 3 sets of shoulders. He'll do like 3 sets of lat raises, and that's it. And then the Thursday after, when he has the next push day, it's shoulder focused. Then he'll do like 6 or 8 sets of shoulders, and then only 3 sets of chest. So you see how it still adds up to total volume. Like you, as a beginner, you want to hit at least like 8, 10, like probably like at least like 8 sets a week. Like honestly, not even 8, maybe like at least like 6 sets a week. Okay, so that's what you want to hit as like a beginner. As an intermediate, at least like 10 to 15. That's it, like stay in that range. So like he's hitting that while having a chest focused push day and a shoulder focused push day, because like I said, there are 2 very big muscle groups, and they also tend to work together a lot. So like if you train one, you tend to exhaust both of them, so then you can't push the other one as hard. Because just because you're exhausting something does not mean you're actually building the muscle. Like you may bench press like this, and your shoulders may be tired, but you won't build this part of your shoulder, which is the most important part, the lateral delt. You won't build that unless you actually train shoulders properly and actually exert yourself on that. So that's why we have the separate chest and shoulder focused push days. Okay, like I said, pull days are fine, because like the only really big muscle training is your back, and like it is what it is. You can just train back hard, 6 sets each time, and then boom, 12 sets, right? And then leg days, you could also do glute focused leg days and then quad focused leg days, which also, for the same philosophy as the push days, helps you recover faster, and it also makes sure you can exert each muscle better. Because like, let's be honest, like if you're squatting, which is, for most people it's a quad exercise, if you're squatting, your glutes will get tired. You can't hip thrust right after. I mean, you can, but you can't hip thrust as well as you could if you just didn't squat in the first place. So the solution to that is just like the push day. You have a quad day where it's like, okay, I'll do squats and Bulgarian split squats. Boom, quads, okay? And then you have a glute day, like glute focus day. And then the glute focus day, you'll do like hip thrust and like Romanian deadlifts. Okay, it's not to be that hard. Like you can keep it simple. Like if you see my workout plan, like I keep things very simple and it works well. Okay, I've made a lot of gains just like keeping things very simple. Okay, so that is the push-pull leg split. So I've explained to you 3 splits, and like I said close to the beginning of this video, if there's one split that you think you'd be the most consistent on, it doesn't matter if it's like the most optimal or not. If you're gonna be the most consistent on it, then this video does not matter, and you can just do that split, okay? But this is more so if like you have no preference and you just want to know which one is the best one to do, then I would recommend, if you really can't train more than one muscle group at a time, then I'd recommend the bro split, because then you can only focus on one muscle group per day, and like you could really get the mind muscle connection and everything. If you're a busy guy, I'd recommend the upper lower split, like a student or like you work full time, then I'd recommend the upper lower split. And then if you are wanting to be the most optimal, get the most bang for your buck out of any workout split, then I would recommend push-pull legs. So that's the end of this video. If you guys enjoyed it, you can like, comment, subscribe. Once again, if you want more personalized help with fitness, nutrition, mental health, all that, and coaching calls and like future courses and all that, then join the Odyssey, first link in the description. My Instagram is also the second link in the description, and you can check out my second channel in there too, which is more personal content related to me. Hope you guys enjoyed. The hunt ends when you're full.